I'm Sasha. I'm here at Nada Miami, and we are Glamdunk Press. And I'd love for you to tell us what your name is, what your medium is, and how you come about in the process of your work.
Beautiful. Thank you for having me. I'm really blessed and honored to be here at Nada this year. My name is Isolina Minjeong. I'm a 26-year-old sculptor based in Brooklyn, New York. And these statues, all 5 months in the making, have been predominantly inspired by, and I think my work, moreover, is about honoring kind of past legacies and ancient motifs found in the cultures of my family, which is Peru and Korean, using the Incan temple guardians and the Korean, these like stone sculptures from ancient times that protected villages and those kind of mythologies and stories, but merging them with the cartoon imagery that I fried my brain on as a kid.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, I mean, the suburbs kind of are tough, and being from the suburbs of Chicago, in general, just I had to build a really intense inner world to just get through like all the academia, all these weird pressures of, you know, having a career in something. And so having a love for toys as a kid and drawing designs with my brother and sending them to like design companies like Ugly Dolls.
Did you really? That's awesome. How old were you doing this?
We were like 8 and 10. We grew up with a single mom, and so we were always like obsessing over like things that we Google, and we saw Ugly Dolls and we're like in love. So my brother and I sent like I think 100 drawings to them. And they had to send them all back, and we were so sad because we thought they would make one of them for us. But that yearning for like world building and not wanting to be just so isolated, it's turned into a practice that is fueled by bootleg toy design, like manga, this type of cartoon imagery that I think really sticks with us as kids. But blowing that into, I think, a new perspective where you can combine it with like ancient statuary references and create a new visual language that is charming and exciting, but also very much honors history. And I love that juxtapositioning, and I just think that this work is kind of, it commends those histories in a way where collectors or audience members, no matter what age they are, can kind of fuck with it and just enjoy what ceramic could be. What ceramics, yeah.
Yeah, they're totems of a lot of different cultures and influences in media. And would you say there's a self-portraiture in these pieces?
Oh, yeah.
And do you feel like your brother is one more than the other? You want to point it out if you do?
Well, let's see. My brother has always been more shy and quiet.
Okay.
And so even like this piece here, the face is giving the side eye that my brother always used to do. Yeah, and like those very childlike feelings and expressions, and even like the ferociousness of these animals, I think, can really kind of begin to not only live a life of its own, but have people come and kind of project their relationships with life onto them.
How do you make these?
So the practice is a mixture of slab building and hand building with ceramics, like these very, I think, accessible methods in sculpting, right? It's just wedging clay, throwing it on the floor to make sheets. But what I do that's a little bit different is creating super thick foils that I just kind of attach to the mouth, for example, or to the face. Like these teeth.
Yeah.
It was one giant 3-inch block of clay that I take knives and wooden carving materials, and I carve out each tooth. And so
I love that. I love that. That is exactly how I would want it to come to life.
Yeah, and for me, like that's how I think the relationship between having an affinity for stone carving and kind of ancient aesthetics comes into play. Like even like the kind of the wrinkles in the cheeks, it's just taking knives and just like getting those. It's kind of like gross when I do it on myself, but like being able to use your fingers and like even I sculpt in my nails sometimes, which is great until they pop off. But using any type of like point I can get to really, yeah, girls who get it, get it. But it's just that type of relationship with being physical and wanting to use your hands and any type of extra tool to get that like softness. So after I go through carving the edges and like the depth of the form, I take my finger and just go through each edge and burnish it. And once it gets a little firmer. It's a crazy process, but I'm happy you asked about it.
Now you put your soul into these pieces and it really comes out that way.